Welcome in the Profitable Traders podcast, brought to you guys by Powerhouse University, the first of its kind here in 2026. The very last time that we actually had the opportunity to go ahead and host this was back last year. And we're bringing you guys a special series today with two special individuals, not one, but two special individuals. And inside of these podcasts, inside of these Q&As, what we do is we bring forward some of the students that we have here within Powerhouse University, and we go ahead and interview them because at the end of the day, for those of you that are tuning in live with us, I mean, type of one, if you would love the opportunity for this year in 2026 to go ahead and reach a profitable state within the markets. And I think we can all go ahead and do that, right? But the thing is that you can only achieve that if you listen and you take advice from people that yield the results that it is that you want, right? So that is why here in Powers University we have formed the Profitable Traders podcast, where we see the students that have excelled, right? And have gone past the beginner phase, have gone past the intermediate phase, and have now achieved the advanced phase of being a student inside the markets and have achieved something that's profitability. Now, for those of you that don't understand what profitability within the markets is, it's somebody that has a system already within the markets, right? So it's somebody that already has a trading system down, not somebody that just got lucky once. I always say that in the markets, every single trader will get lucky at one point or another, and will be able to go ahead and get a lucky play, a lucky withdrawal. But the thing is whenever you're getting continual payouts, time and time and time again, then what you develop there in that process, it's called a skill set, right? So the two people that I brought forward, not only is that their first time actually getting interviewed and actually the first time that they're actually on a call here within Powerhouse, and this will be live on YouTube as well. But they have just reached profitability here in 2026. So I wanted to take the opportunity, number one, to not only congratulate them for reaching that, but number two is as well, go ahead and ask them some questions. And these questions are questions that are very intentional questions that I went ahead and studied from the audience, from the people that just got commenced within the market. So regardless if you're somebody that is a couple months within the markets or a couple years within the markets, you're bound to learn something, right? But before we go ahead and start, before I bring them forward, what I do need from each and every single one of you, whether you're watching the recording or whether you're watching it live, I want to make sure that over the next 30, 45 minutes that I'm interviewing these individuals, I want to make sure that you're attentive, right? So what I will ask of you is just go ahead and have something to write down notes on, but write it with the intention of applying it, right? Because at the end of the day, there's no point to go ahead and writing down notes if you're not going to apply it, right? So the very first person that I'm going to go ahead and bring up is actually somebody that has been trading in the markets for roughly over 4 years now. And yes, I met her. Yes, her. She's actually from North Carolina. I met her roughly a couple years back, and she came into the community. And she had a very, you could say, rough start. She didn't, she spent a couple years just trying to learn the process. She had her downs, she had her ups within the journey, and just recently she achieved the state of being profitable within the markets. She just achieved one of her biggest payouts till date as well. And she just got down her trading system recently, right? And now she's at that stage where it's almost just kind of coming in, right? You get to that stage inside of your inside the markets where the results are just coming in, but a lot of people see it as, hey, it was like, it's recent success. Maybe you got lucky, but a lot of people don't see, the Mari that we know, the Mari that had to go ahead and go through those losses, through those lessons to go ahead and reach this stage. So with that being said, Mari, go ahead and show
Hi.
your face to the
I'm here.
audience. What's good, Mari? How you feeling today?
I'm feeling nervous. I'm feeling this is definitely like getting outside my bubble. Like I
Yeah.
only few people know that. But hey, like part of 2026 is getting out of your comfort zone, right?
Yep, yep. It's up. It's up in 2026.
Yes.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, let's get it. Now the second person that I'm gonna go ahead and bring up, this is somebody that's been in the markets now for roughly over 2 years now. This is somebody who is all the way from California, out there in North Cal, actually. And this is somebody that whenever he came in, I mean, trust me, guys, every single time that I've gone to a workshop out there in California, this guy was there at the front taking notes. So the success that he has been able to achieve, it's expected. You know why it's expected? Because this guy goes above and beyond and is a student of the game. You know, it's somebody that just recently, I would probably say roughly about 5 months ago, reached the point where he was able to actually reach profitability. This is somebody who as well, works who worked at McDonald's, whenever he went ahead and started this journey. And despite him being in a management position at a McDonald's, he was going ahead devoting time into studying inside the markets, and lesson after lesson, he went ahead and learned, created a trading system, and just recently got to the point not only where he just got his biggest payouts to date, but it's consistently coming in. And I'm more than excited to bring him in because this is somebody who is a true inspiration out there in California and really just towards the whole entire community. So with that being said, Kevin, can you hear me, brother?
Yes, I can, bro. What's up?
It's good. It was good, bro. How you feeling?
Nervous too, bro.
Nervous, nervous. You see, this is what I don't get, yeah, right? And probably some of you people inside of this call, are watching the recording. You're probably like, why are these people nervous, yo? Like they just got some results, right? But the thing is, and you guys probably thought, right? The moment that you got some payouts, you're like, yo, I'm gonna be ignorant, I'm gonna be super confident, and then you're like, yo, like, damn, I gotta speak on a call. Right. But I just want to say I'm super proud of both of you, for achieving everything you have achieved and everything that's really just to come this year in 2026. But I had a question, right, to go ahead and start off with you two. How this is going to go, and just so you guys know, both of these amazing individuals don't know anything that I'm going to ask them. Like I literally put them in a chat like literally 2 hours ago. And I just said, you guys ready? They're like, no. I'm like, awesome. So they don't know what I'm gonna ask them. So this isn't even anticipated from their end. So every single question, like it's gonna catch them off guard, right? And they're definitely they got to be ready for it, right? So the very first question, I just want to go ahead and ask both of you, how long have you been trading inside the markets, and what was the biggest, you could say lesson that you had to go ahead and learn inside of your journey, and how long ago was that? We'll start off with you, Mari. I'm not sure if, she's probably freezing or what. I think she's probably in the car.
My body cut off a little bit. But I've been trading almost 4 years, and one of the things. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we're good now. You were like kind of like in a rough spot
I can
for,
hear you guys.
yeah. Yeah, we can kind of hear you come in and out, you know. Um, if you would like, what I can do is I can give you like a minute and then I can go
Can
ahead and
you
ask this. Uh,
go ask?
it's kind of breaking up. Yeah, I'll give you a minute and then I'll ask Kevin this question. So Kevin, how long have you been trading? And what was that biggest lesson that you had within your journey?
I've been trading for almost 2 years. I'm about to
Mhm.
hit 2 years in July.
Let's go.
So, and the biggest lesson that you said that I learned, right?
Yes.
The biggest lesson that I learned is that, damn, like the markets would definitely humble you. Like it's crazy, like how, like you think that, oh, like once you start making money, like it's gonna be like a piece of cake or like, oh,
Yep.
it's gonna go smoothly. But in reality, it doesn't. Like I got my first payout and then it was like, shit, like I got the whole point of it now.
Yeah.
But instead it was like I lost the funded account like within like the next day that I requested the payout.
Yeah.
And it just comes to show that this you need a lot of patience into trading
Hmm.
and that you just gotta give it time. Like, your emotions are definitely gonna kill you if you don't know how to control them.
Yep. 100%. No, I love that. Yeah, the markets will humble you. You definitely can probably agree that, in the past almost 2 years that you've been trading, like you've evolved into a whole different person, right?
Yes.
So yeah, the markets will do that for you, bro. Love that. Mari, are you ready? Are you in the stage where with better
Can you hear
reception?
me?
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay, so I had to get out my car. Apparently, this side has more signal.
You're
But
good.
yeah, so I've been in the trading industry for almost 4 years. And I mean, like Kevin said, it will humble you a lot. Like I've been through a lot of losses. I've been through yeah, like everything. Like it literally humbles you to the point where you feel like, okay, like trading is not for you, you know?
Hmm.
But I mean, it's up to you to make it work and just want it enough.
Yep. Yep. 100%. Love that. Love that. So let me ask y'all both this, right? And I'm gonna let you start, Mari. Um, So how is the beginning of your journey like? Because there's a lot of traders in here that commence, and I feel like a lot of people, maybe even like you guys, whenever you first started, you kind of felt unrelatable to a lot of traders. So this is now y'all's point, right? To relate because you guys have a different audience that you guys probably speak to. So what was the beginning of the this journey like for you guys? Like, Mari, you've been trading now for 4 years. Kevin, you're going on 2 years. So what was your day to day like? Being a trader? And more importantly, how did you get into the routine that you're at now?
So I'm a cosmetologist. I was going to a esthetician, and it was crazy because I got introduced to trading while I was in those classes, you know? So I was like, whoa, like trading, you can get the financial freedom. And I mean, a little bit before that, I was already doing marketing. I don't know if you guys know about Monet, like you sell beauty products and things like that. So I was already doing that. I was already a salesperson and selling beauty products. So the moment I realized, I went to Mexico and I got I got paid in that moment, and I realized like, whoa, like the fact of making money while traveling, like that's already lit. But I had to find the people to make sales, which I kind of didn't like
Yeah.
because I'm the type of person that I just like to be on my own. Like I'm very just to myself. So whenever trading got introduced to me while being in school, I was like, whoa, like I don't have to get some sales. Like I don't need to reach out to people. And they're
Yep.
like, no, it's literally just a skill set. You need to just kind of learn and then you're gonna make money off it. And that for me was like, okay, the time freedom, that's what I want. I want the time freedom. I want to travel and trade
Hmm.
and still get paid.
Yep.
But yeah, it was just funny. It's a little funny story because while I was in classes, I would always tell the teacher, like, hey, can I go to the bathroom and just kind of trade New York,
Yeah.
and then go back. But just the wanting was there. The wanting was there for sure.
Yep. No, I love that. Yeah, trading will do that for you. It change your perspective. Like there's really just nothing like the markets where you get to travel, you get to have that freedom, ultimately time freedom, financial freedom, and just get to do that just off learning a skill set, off this phone that we
Yes,
all have. So
facts.
love that. Kevin, what about you, brother?
Can you go ahead and repeat the question?
Yeah, yeah, I got you. So how is it? What was the beginning of your journey like, bro? Like, meaning like what was your routine like whenever you first started inside the markets, and how does it compare to the one that you have now?
So my routine when it started, I was doing full-time McDonald's manager and
Mhm.
full-time school too. I still do both actually, but
Oh yeah.
I don't, I only work part-time now. So
Oh, let's
thanks
go.
to trading, of course.
Let's go. Let's go.
But, so how it was like, I knew what I was going to get into it, like trading wise. It's like,
Mhm.
I knew took like time, patience. It's like, I thought about it as like basically going to school.
Yeah.
So I would just take it slow, like study, like do all these stuff. And yeah, I was in demo for I believe like 3 to 4 months.
Hmm.
And then one time I just decided like let me get a funded account. EJ actually helped
Hmm.
me out. And yeah, I just feel like for now is like it's just amazing. Like everything. Like I never expected like in my early 20s to be making like 5 figures a month. Like,
Yeah.
it's just crazy, like to think
Yeah.
that, how easy it is to make money once you like get the whole point of trading.
Yep. No, yeah. 100%. I mean, like it just changes your perspective on money, right? Like you're just
Yeah,
like, damn, you used to work for that amount, or you had to work for that amount for so long just to make that. When now you could just decide to click of the button, right? But obviously, it's
exactly.
it's the easiest but hardest money you'll make, right?
Yes, yes.
So that's why only a few people get to know that, right? To begin with. So now I'm gonna ask you guys individual questions now that's pertaining to y'all's journey since I know, a little bit about how you guys are with everything. So Mari, particularly this is more of a technical question, right? So what was that breakthrough in a technical analysis standpoint, right? What was that breakthrough for you within technical analysis that kind of just shifted the models that you have now, whether that's your entry model, whether that was how you viewed certain aspects of market structure, whatever it may be. Like, what was that shifting point for you within technical analysis? I think she went ahead and freezed on us back again in the car. You good, I think.
I can hear you guys perfectly. Let me know.
Yeah, we're good. We're good now.
Okay, okay. Yeah, so for me, it wasn't really the technical side, it was more the psychology side.
Mm,
Like for me, psychology is super, super 100%, like
yeah,
I whenever I got into trading, they would always say like, "Oh, it's 80% psychology and 20% trading." And I was like, "Just show me the freaking strategy."
yeah.
I was like, let's just get straight to the point.
Hmm.
But then later on the road, I realized like, whoa, it's true. Like psychology plays a lot because the psychology comes when you're over trading, not respecting the stop loss, just adjusting the stop loss more bigger because you're thinking it's going to go your way,
Yeah.
taking profits so soon.
Hmm.
That's not strategy. That's psychology. You're not respecting your plan. So for me, again, it wasn't the strategy because I had, I thought the more information I knew, the more strategies I knew, I was gonna know more, and I was gonna be the beast, on trading. And the market humbled me and said, no, it's not the strategy. It's you're taking profits too early. Like you're doing this, doing that. So for me, 100% doesn't have to do with technical. It has to do more psychology.
Okay. And how long did it take you to? Because I like that you said that because that is such a missing gap between the unprofitable people and the profitable people. Profitable people always think that more means more.
Yeah.
Um, but profitable people always know that less is more, right? It's just having about structure, right? So let me ask you a more in-depth question with that. I mean, what did you do to better your psychology then?
Respecting my plan. I just got tired of it, honestly. You get to a point where you get tired of losing. I remember I had Kevin's experience also where I got a payout and I was like, I'm the freaking beast, like I got this, and then I blew it the next day. Just respecting the little plans, disrespecting the daily rules. So at the end of the day, prop firms are there. You need to respect their rules.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, it was that.
Damn. Now let's go. Let's go. And Kevin, with you, bro, you are able now at this point, right? By the way, guys, both of these students are actually like, even though they both work with funded accounts, they're actually both on two different markets. So Mari's actually working with CFD funded accounts, and Kevin's actually working with futures funded accounts. So they're actually coming through two different lenses of the market. So that's actually what's awesome about this. This is actually why I wanted to put this together. But Kevin, when it comes down to the futures funding part, that aspect of everything, you have now at this point gotten steady payouts. I think in if it's not too personal to ask, how many payouts are you into in 2026 already?
In 2026, hold up, let me make a count.
Damn.
Um,
See, that's just how I know. That's just how I know. He's like, yo, like I gotta scroll through my emails.
I would probably say it's like close to 20.
20 payouts, guys.
Yeah,
20
close to 20
payouts.
in
20
2026. Yeah.
payouts. 20 payouts in 2026 as we're talking inside this call. It is March 26th. We're not even 20 weeks into the year. So shout out to Kevin for absolutely obliterating the markets, right? But it wasn't always like that, right?
No,
So
it wasn't.
like
No,
it
definitely
was,
not.
like that's why I think you kind of become immune to it, right? Because I think like a lot of people they're like, well, why aren't you hyped up? But it's just like because you understood what it took, the sacrifice and everything. Now, like what was that breakthrough moment within your strategy, whether no, actually your trading system. What was that breakthrough moment within your trading system that allowed you to now break through, not achieving your first payout, because that was one breakthrough, but the breakthrough that you had to have in order to get consistent payouts? What did you have to change, or what did you have to adapt to and add on?
So for me, I'm gonna have to like agree with what Mari said. Like it was like a similar situation. Like I feel like I had the strategy down. It was just like I would revenge trade a lot. So when I
Mhm.
would take a loss, like I would just try to be like, oh, like I took a loss, like I'm gonna try to make this money back. And instead of finding an A plus setup, I would find like a C setup or something like that. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't fully all my confirmations.
Hmm.
And then instead of like me trading like following my rules, I would basically break everything and
Yeah.
just try to make the money easy way and then probably size a little more to
Hmm.
make the money back. And that would cost me to lose my funded account. And
Hmm.
there was a point where I actually lost like I think it was like five evals in like one day because I was
Damn.
copy trading too. And
Yeah.
then I bought them, I resetted them, and then again, and then I was just like, okay, like I need to stop, chill back. I'm gonna
Yeah.
end up in death if I don't
Yeah.
stop this. But yeah, I feel like for me, yeah, it was definitely like that, like revenge trading. It was like the worst thing for me. Like,
Yeah, I mean I think that's the biggest thing as well, like what most people don't realize about funded accounts. It's because you got a simulated environment and then you got a live environment, right? So with live accounts with your actual money, most people are talking about like, oh, like you blow the account. Now with funded accounts, a lot of people love funded accounts because it's low risk, high reward, but it can get you that amount adds up real quick whenever you start scaling, right? Because you're
yes,
talking about
definitely.
you're talking about multiple accounts that you bought. And that's what people don't realize. A lot of people, but like actually let's ask you guys both this question, right? Because I love this question because it's such a real thing because a lot of people in the industry just kind of talk about the good. Let's talk about the bad. How many accounts did you guys have to blow in order for you? Oh, like I got y'all smiling. How many accounts did you both individually had to blow in order to then finally reach the first one that you finally made a profit on? We'll go.
Evals
Yeah,
or
yeah,
funded
all of it.
or like
If you want to
everything combined?
yeah, put it together.
I
Damn,
think like
probably.
100.
100? Okay.
I'm just kidding. No, but
For
yeah, it
me,
was a lot.
it was a lot, but it's definitely like close to like 50, anywhere between 50 to
50.
60 around.
No, yeah, same around 50 and 60.
And Marty's like, you know what? I think 50 sounds better than 100.
No, no, like I was being super dramatic.
Nah, I really wanted to ask you guys that question because it's such a transparent question, and a lot of people don't talk about this. And I think a lot of people watching this recording or watching it live right now, they're like probably like 30 accounts in, 20, 10, or even it sometimes even happens on their first one, and they want to give up in their journey. And they're like, fuck, like nobody knows what I'm going through. And then they're like, they don't know that people like you guys have already gone through that. Like it's just like, yo, like like it's actually this now goes into the second question. Like, um, how many times did you want to give up inside the markets and what made you prevail through that? We'll start off with Mari.
A lot. I wanted to quit so many times, but I knew that I knew too much to be quitting.
Hmm.
So once you know too much, it's like, am I really, I don't want to say dumb, but in my case, I'm like, am I really dumb to quit right now? Like, I already know too much information. And yeah, that was me.
Yep. 100%. 100%. Like you're just in too deep, you know? What about you, Kevin?
So for me, I actually never even thought about like quitting. Like there was times when I was just like I would get really mad though, like I would get pissed off
Hmm.
because like I would blow accounts, but it was like, I would see other people do it, like get payouts, even on TikTok. Like I would go on TikTok, all these like, gurus or whatever. I don't know if it's fake or real, but they would get
Yeah.
payouts too. And I was
Hmm.
like, if they can do it, why can I not do it? So,
Hmm.
like, but realistically, I really never wanted to give up. It was just like I would get super like emotional, like mad, sad,
Hmm.
because like, I was like, what am I doing wrong? Like I'm following my plan, even though, I was revenge trading, but
Hmm.
there were times when I would follow my plan. It's like, why isn't it working? Like, what am I doing wrong?
Yep. Yep. 100%. Now, this is the second to last question that I have for the both of you, right? Time management, right? I think many people don't talk about this. A lot of people, most people, whenever they start in the markets, actually they're either full-time college students or they have a full-time profession. Like everybody's busy, but I feel like everybody always makes that excuse. Like I'm busy. Everybody's busy. Everybody got shit to do, right? But you guys both, had like you, Kevin, you were a student and you were, um, you were a manager. McDonald's, Marty, you were a full-time cosmetologist. You were still as well, like in school for that as well. So what was your on trading schedule like? Like how did you put time into the markets to go ahead and learn it?
Well, me, I at first when I started, they make trading seem like so easy.
Hmm.
So they make it seem like, oh, you're gonna get rich and this and that, but then it's not the reality, you know? So me, I know, well, I spoke to a lot of people and a lot of people actually quit their career
Yep.
to then focus on trading, and then that's when they fail at trading and then they go back into their career because it just didn't work out. But me in my head, I'm like, I need a job in order to make trading work.
Hmm.
So I was smart. I didn't quit trading. I was trying my best. The wanting was there by me asking the teacher, like, hey, can I go to the bathroom? And just trying to see how New York plays out. But I was like, I can't be doing this a lot. You know, let me
Yep.
finish school and then get into trading. So eventually, yeah, I would just tell my boss, like, hey, like, I can't come in the mornings, you know, like, I'm sick, or I would just make so many excuses, but just for me to trade in the mornings. So
Mm.
eventually, I mean, I got like pretty smart and I was like, hey, like I need to grow my clientele. Growing my clientele, I made my own business. Now I run my own hours. So
Mhm.
now my now schedule is like I trade in the mornings and then in the afternoons I go to work all the way till night, you know, but it
Yep.
keeps me occupied because before I would just trade and then just had so many free time. And then that free time, you want to revenge trade, you want to
Yep.
do so many things, and that just keeps me busy from not being in the market. So that's my day-to-day life now.
Love that. Love that. Yeah, I mean, you pretty much work that's the difference between you and many people as well. Like you understood that you had to make some sacrifices as well for this to work. So you're like, let me work my life around trading, not the other way around, and that's where people mess up. So I absolutely love that answer. Kevin, what about you, bro?
So for me, I just feel like if you don't do something, it's like it's not that important to you. So for example, for me, right, when before I started trading, I actually had dropped out of school because I just didn't think it was for me. But
Hmm.
one of the sacrifices that I had to make was that I had to drop one day. So instead of working 5 days, I had to do
Hmm.
4 days now because of school. And it
Yeah.
was like, yeah, I'm probably making less money, but at least I'm doing something beneficial with my life, you know? Like
Hmm.
rather than staying at McDonald's for the rest of my life or, longer term. And same thing with trading. Like now I'm only working like 3 days, maybe 4 days max.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's like I'm doing something else that is like for my future. Like I don't see McDonald's as my future. Like
Yeah.
nobody wants to stay there, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like I always like to like say that if you don't like make time for something, it's because it's just not that important to you. Because in
Mm.
reality, everyone has time. You just gotta
Yeah.
find a way around it.
That's facts. That's facts. Love that, man. Love that. So this now goes into my last question for the both of you, and this is gonna be the same one for the both of you. For those people that are tuning in live or watching the recording on the other side, what if you were to go back, right? And of course, we can't have regrets about our journey, but say you seeing like a person that is a month in, right? They're going on their first year in the markets, and you were like, yo, like you just have to avoid these things like your first year, and you have to do these things. What advice would you give to that one first year student inside the markets, starting with you, Money?
Me, I I mean, everything happens for a reason. I don't regret it. But if I was to go back for sure, I would not be doing demo.
Yeah.
And I think I've said this so many times, but I wasted my first year, second year doing just demo. Like I was just afraid of hopping into CFDs, hopping into just the fact of losing money. And
Hmm.
I was like, well, I mean, scared money don't make money, like you need to risk money to make money. And I knew
Hmm.
eventually I wanted to live off trading.
Hmm.
And yeah, so I wouldn't spend just years just hopping on demo, guys. Like just hop on it, get the experience. Like you have to get the experience in order to start growing.
Yep.
And in order to start like, okay, I gotta do this. You really need, yeah, that's how you're gonna get your breakthrough for sure.
Yeah, you need to get your feet wet, your feet dirty. I agree. I agree. What about you, Kevin?
The advice I would give is don't focus too much like trying to make money right away because everybody makes it seem like, oh, I feel like everybody, like the majority of the people that come into like trading, they think, oh, I'm gonna make like $5,000 my first month.
Hmm.
But in reality, that's not how it works. Like it takes time. Think about it like as a career. You going to school. And I just feel like it's just best to stick to the learning part first.
Uh-huh.
Yes, stay in demo, but like Mari said, don't stay for it too long,
Yep.
because you also have to like, go out there like and risk stuff. If you don't risk it, like how are you gonna know if you're gonna like do it? Like it's okay to lose like 100, $200,
Hmm.
And yeah, I would just say that like it's just focus more on the studying part, and then after that, once you feel like comfortable, you think, oh, I'm doing good in demo, then, get a funded account or do a live account.
Yep. 100%. Love that. Well, I appreciate you too for, sharing value towards the entire community and everybody in the public that is going to be watching this. I hope that this year here in 2026, this becomes the most fruitful year inside of y'all's life, inside of y'all's career. I appreciate the both of you and God bless each and every single one of you watching this and see you guys at the top. Let's get it.